lie, guys. I'm kind of lost right now. I still have to do 23 more 25 Days of Suggestions episodes. That means I need to come up with 23 more little intro skits. And I have no idea what to do for them. I'm sure it'll probably be easier when Creepy Santa shows up, but he doesn't show up until halfway through every year. If only I could come up with some other sort of lovable Christmas mascot. Oh, Creepy Snowman. Man, I can't wait to see what sort of wacky antics Creepy Snowman gets up to for the rest of the month, am I right? Anyway, guys, welcome back to yet another review, and to day 3 of 25 Days of Suggestions 2022. Very excited about today's review because today the random name picker has chosen for me to take a look at the Executioner from Cars Adventures, as requested by Jackson Martini. Before we get to that, though, we of course have to open up today in the advent calendar. So far we have Lightning, and we have one curve of gingerbread track. I haven't even looked at what today's door looks like. Here it is, something very small, so probably just one of these accessories, right? Let's see. And, come on. Yep, oh, it's literally just, it's a cone. Okay. None of these accessories are really all that exciting this year, but I mean the cone is probably the lamest one. Kind of nice, and it's in green. I didn't realize some of the accessories were in green. Thought they were mainly just red, but then again, I think yeah, that's the green cone back there. So this year, of course, as I've said before, just reuses pre-existing accessories from past years. Now just in flat, solid colors, because it's supposed to be like candies on a gingerbread house, is how I took it, which allowed them to be pretty lazy. But, you know, a cone's only going to be one color anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Green cone is cool, though. Of course, over the years, I've accumulated quite a few cones in my Cars collection, and I assume this is the same mold as some other cones in past advent calendars. I don't remember there being cones in the 2020 or 2021 calendars, so maybe this was in, I assume a regular orange cone was in a past calendar before I started buying them. I only started buying them when they started putting exclusive cars on them. This is not the same cone that you could currently buy in those accessory 2-packs. That has a peg hole in it to fit a flag. Would have been nice to get that, because at least then it's compatible with some other stuff. In fact, the track pieces, some of the track pieces, just like in past years, have peg holes in them so that you could fit flags. Are there even flags included in this year's calendar? There've got to be, right? No, there aren't. Okay. Well then. Anyway, yeah, just a plastic cone. Perfectly fine. Cool to get one in green, but not much to look at. Now, let's move on to the review for the Executioner. Now, I can't really explain this custom without spoiling Cars Adventures Lap 2 Seasons 14 and 15. Those are the 2 most recent seasons. So if you're not caught up in Cars Adventures, if you're a Cars Adventures fan and you haven't gotten to the point in which this character appears, click off now. Otherwise, if you're caught up with Cars Adventures or you don't watch it and just want to check out this review, then continue watching. But yeah, if you watch Cars Adventures or have an interest in watching it and aren't caught up, click off. Now let's begin. This used to be my Race-O-Rama McQueen custom. I think I labeled it as Beach McQueen, but people have told me it wasn't actually his beach design. So this has quite the history on my channel, this car. This was originally a plastic McQueen included in a playset. Then when I hit 150 subscribers, back in early 2018, I did a tutorial on how I paint custom cars using this McQueen as the basis. Over time, I started to not really like how it looked, and I decided I'd repurpose it for Cars Adventures, and thus it became the Executioner. This, of course, is Lightning after he is brainwashed into one of the Red Line agents, as revealed in Lap 2, Season 15. And, of course, the way all the Red Line agents are designed is they're painted black with stripes of color up on the roof there, and then a number on their side. Now, all the Red Line agents actually got design overhauls going into Season 15. It's even briefly mentioned in the season. I think Aiden complains to Rod for wasting time giving his agents makeovers. So if you look between 14 and 15, it does change. They used to just have numbers written in their corresponding color, like for this guy, right? The 9546 used to be purple on black, and just looked really messy and really sloppy. The customs were 4 years old after all, and I've definitely gotten better since then. So I decided to swap them out with a strip of color, their corresponding color, at the bottom, and then their number written in it. I made some other changes too, like the head agents, 86 and 1616, having their stripe colors changed from green and blue to gold for the head agents. So when it came to the Executioner, who's actually brainwashed McQueen, I didn't really know what to do. And you'll notice that he actually doesn't have a number on his side. He just has a red stripe. Originally, I was going to give him a number, and of course the number was going to be 95, but I thought that was a little corny and just didn't really fit with the tone of this concept of McQueen being like brainwashed into an enemy soldier. Cars Adventures gets really weird, I'm sorry. But hey, blame me 4 years ago when I first came up with the red line agent concept. I'm just continuing what I started back then. But yeah, I believe I don't know. I think I did change the face from the original custom. Everything has changed from the original custom because again it used to be Race-O-Rama McQueen, with one exception. I actually didn't paint in the wheels on this side, which I believe is a mistake on my part, not a design choice. So my bad on that one. As you can see, the Executioner here has these red stripes across the top, again reflecting how all the other agents do it, and just red stripes on either side. I considered a few different designs. I considered putting an X on the side, or again adding a number and having that number be 95, but I think the red stripe works perfectly fine. Oh, you also have a red stripe on the spoiler, something that none of the other Redline agents have, not even the Agent 86, who of course is the brainwashed Chick Hicks agent. He doesn't have the strip of color on his spoiler, but I wanted to give the Executioner some little changes because he isn't just a standard agent. He, number one, is Lightning McQueen, and number two was sort of a special kind of agent. Really need to paint in those wheels. Now that this plotline has been resolved, you're probably never going to see this custom again in Cars Adventures. But yeah, the least I could do is paint in these wheels. Also, his base is colored, and I used to do that for my customs. This is a leftover from when I first painted this guy as the Race-O-Rama McQueen back in 2018. I think it looks pretty good, honestly. I would continue to paint my bases, but Mattel doesn't, so why should I? Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Once again, thank you to Jackson Martini for suggesting this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now. Cone looks good on him. Nice little hat, yeah.